Everybody's against the so-called black man.
Being oppressed, cursed for breaking the Deuteronomy codes. Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68. Read that. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Read that.
Everybody's against the black man, but everybody wanna be us, man. Cream of the planet. Asiatic.
Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Shaklack, shaklack, shaklack. Guns are blazing. Bodies are laying every day on ghetto pavements. Girls molested by wicked men that their mothers trust to raise them. My first thought is to grab that thing and erase these abased men. But I realize I can't just kill lives that are products of European enslavement. Now many minds are like Frankenstein that are Willie Lynch related. See, some of us has never escaped it. We gotta do what it takes to break it. You say I hate them because they are rapists. Well, I hate the resource of our ancestors being locked to mate in cages. I'm preparing for our engagement, this war against the children of Satan, patiently awaiting on Christ's return for this war of Armageddon. As stated in the 19th chapter of Revelations, our morals are merely disintegrate. We now walk the earth lost in space. My talk and thoughts won't make things safe because the truth often agitate. My destiny within the breath in me is to erase black self-hate. Don't call me a racist because I pinpoint hate and because I love to embrace my race. I belong to a nation that seems to have fallen within the abyss of degeneration since being made slaves in former days by out-of-the-cave Caucasians. Now my people really believe that a fake white Christ is coming back to save them. I see false prophets soul-searching in New York subway station. Christ be black like me, so can you actually please tell me why y'all are hating? If you research, you will see that this is factual information. Because the truth I speak, you say, tell the docs are racist, I hate them. Damn, you black and Latino people are so amazing. Looks like only Yeshua can come back to save some. Get your mind right, kings. Get your mind right, man. Face this war, get ready for this war. Armageddon, there's a war on blacks, man. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time comes soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. I'm far from perfect, but striving to be Christ-like. So perhaps I can make a difference within our thug's life. Leaders, preachers, and teachers give them false perception that mentally maim. They're drowning in the pool of deception and corruption in these last days. They have no map, plan, and hopelessly cased to ever escape this ghetto maze. Slow down, little homie, pump your brakes, because too many black men are rushing to early graves. Too many still live in mental caves. Others slip through the cracks, then forget about their race. But I have a master plan straight from the Creator that will lift up the entire nation like an elevator. We're just pawns in the games, the real players hate us. They love white knights, white queens, that's cool. Like a chess game, my people, they study our every move. Use your freedom of speech to teach, they might move on you if you attempt to spark dark minds with your Jews. I'm not trying to make your thoughts mine, cause that's not cool. But you can't lose with the stuff that I use. I give birth to thoughts that break the curse. In 9 months, these dead minds I unearth. Born again, I teach them to love each other first. This promotes both mental and spiritual elevation. We need to stand up now to unite as a nation. Demand reparations for all the days that they enslaved us. They say you people just need to learn to exercise patience. It's been over 100 years and we're still waiting. He sighs and looks up in disbelief. The commander-in-chief has no love for we.
He's supposed to rule the earth justly, but I see death around the corner and hell up in Harlem, B. Don't go to Ethiopia, can't you see? We got starving children right here on our city streets. This country really don't have no love for us. Is it possible to love whom you cannot trust? Things have to change, it is a must. After what was done to us, we've been beaten and shot for reaching for ID. Pay the police salaries to brutalize and murder me. Every city in America seems to be that the beast mentality is a monopoly.
Our time come soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone. Our time come soon. We've been oppressed too long. Taunting me and my people till our lives are gone.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Barakatah Yahuwah, Barakatah Yahusha, Barakatah Yahuwah, Barakatah Yahusha, Barakatah Yahuwah, Barakatah Yahusha. Welcome to another True Disciples of Christ Friday night Shabbat Bible study. We are the True Disciples of Christ. We encourage you to tune in every Friday night, most high willing. Sometimes on Saturdays, I'm not doing a webinar, sharing the word that way to tune in. And if you're one of those people on the outside looking in, what are you waiting for to join us? If you want to join, just send an email to tajadakshah@yahoo.com or visit the website www.truedisciplesofchrist.org and click on the page to join. I've sent the link to some more brothers, but they're not on here yet. Since it's like 9/11 at night, on the Shabbat, if you're traveling from a job or something, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be inside of your quarters. Nothing related to work. Just to remind you out there that's still breaking the laws and lying about it. Just thought I'll put that out there. The Most High see you. And so with that being said, can we get one of you brothers to read from the Torah? I want to say this. When I'm calling precepts, the only thing that I want read is the precepts that I call for. Don't read on, and if hey, stop right there for a second, just stop. The people that don't want to stop, just find another reader. Just easily resolve. If you got a chip or something on your shoulder, you need to go and deal with that. Because this is not the appropriate forum for sissies, if you will. So can I get someone to read something from the Torah while we go into this lesson? So tonight's lesson is going, it's catered more towards the women. And as you come in the channel on Rumble, go ahead and give a thumbs up. It's catered more towards the women, and it's how to spot a superfly, simp beta mangina, and lazy loser type men. So this is it's tipping women off how to spot these losers, these super fly, simp beta mangina, and these lazy type of men that once they get with a woman, they don't want to work. So, we be hitting up the women a lot, but we're going to talk about you loser type men tonight. There's two different type of men I'm going to talk about. The kind that want to get with a woman and live off of her. And then you got the other kind that's a mangina. He caters to everything that the woman want. And she eventually just lose all respect for him. A level of attraction drop. and she leaves him, and he's just trying to chase down behind her. He'll lock himself up in his house or his apartment. Don't want to come out. Pizza boxes thrown all around. Real typical losers. Both of them are losers. One of them turns into a stalker, and the other one turns into a deadbeat loser. That pretty much he's a male prostitute, because what he's actually doing, he's trading sex for her to take care of this big overgrown horse. So we want to warn the sisters about these type of men out there. If you spot these losers, chances are you've dealt with at least one, maybe more of these losers in your lifetime. When you come into this truth, if you get with a loser like that, you're stuck with him until he dies. So be very careful of who you lay down and spread your quiver to. With that, can I get one of you good brothers to read from the Torah?
Khan. The book of Shemot, Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1. And the Supreme Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Yahuwah, thy Supreme Elohim, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For Yahuwah, thy Supreme Elohim, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and shewing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahuwah, thy Supreme Elohim, in vain. For Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath, the Shabbat day, to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor. I'm breaking up. How about now?
No one else is going to say anything. No, it sounds clear now, but it was kind of breaking up.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Shabbat of Yahuwah, thy Supreme Elohim. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days Yahuwah made heaven and earth, sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore Yahuwah blessed the Shabbat and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yahuwah thy Supreme Elohim giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Come.
Right, so we want to talk about these super fly bum ass men out here that whenever they get with a woman, it's lights out. They're shut off to the rest of the world. We're going to talk about these kind of dudes tonight. Some of them, they target women to make a living off of them. Two types of losers. The type that try to do everything to appease to a woman, and it lowers her levels of attraction. He may say something, get lucky enough to like attract a woman, but when she's around him for a while, she discovered he's nothing like what he pretended to be. And then there's the other type that he makes his living off of women, and he exchanges sex generally for a place to stay. Video games that he plays all day while she's at work and he's home watching porn. Sometimes he'll bring other women. Usually the other woman is always less attractive than the woman that he's with, but he'll bring other women in the house and have sex with them while she's at work. And, she comes home, she's usually angry. problem with these relationships is that neither of these men are really leaders. They don't know how to lead. Most of these men were actually raised by single females, single women. They were never made or even taught to be a real man or leader. So tonight we're going to talk about these simp beta manginas that always cater to the woman. Once he gets with a woman, the remainder of his world is closed off to everything. His entire time goes into that woman. He'll cut off any kind of friendship that he had with the guys, and everything's into the woman. He does everything to appease to that woman until, there's an eventual breakup, which is imminent. Then he comes back around the guys and talk about how bad she was and, what a mistake he made. I've seen this time and again. Then the second guy is the loser. He's pretty much been a bum most of his life, and he tries to target women to get pregnant. He'll try to find a woman that's fairly successful, that has a car, has a home, and if she doesn't have a home, at least have an apartment, and he'll try to find a way to ruin her life, if you will. He'll find a way to impregnate her, and he's proud to say, oh yeah, that's my baby's mom. But meanwhile, he's a bum, and she's embarrassed to let people know that, yeah, that's literally the father, or should I say, the sperm donor to my baby. So tonight, we're going to talk about these type of men. To summarize it all, these men are weak men. No matter how much they work out, no matter how much they go to the gym, and I want to make this abundantly clear. Just because a man works out a lot, he may be big, it doesn't make him a dominant alpha male. It doesn't make him that. And if he is an alpha, he's the wrong type, the overly aggressive, violent type, right? So that doesn't completely make you a man and a leader because you work out at a gym or something and so on and so forth. Because this type of man, the brute type alpha, he gets really personal with women, and he argue back and forth with them, and he'll try to threaten to use violence to keep her in control. That's not alpha male, nor is that a leader, because he's too emotional. A real man stays on his center. He does not argue with women. You hear a lot of guys come on and they shoot and they pretend. Most of you guys, you don't do this, man. I see right through you. Most of you guys don't do this. You're just talking. You've heard people say it. You're just talking because I watch what you say. I hear what you say. Then I watch what you do to see what you really meant. And usually it doesn't correspond. You're saying one thing, but you're doing the exact opposite. So if you talk to the woman will typically say he won't lead. And this guy would say, well, when I try to lead, she won't follow. And that's generally how that conversation will go. That's very common. She'll say he won't lead. He doesn't know how to lead. And he'll say, oh yeah? Well, she wouldn't even follow if I did lead. So it's the blame game. It's the blame game. And the fact is, it's almost akin to having two women there, because, and I'm not trying to suggest that this kind of guy may be, gay or something like that. What I mean is his energy is off. Despite how muscular or whatever he may be or how big he may be, his energy it's feminine energy. It's argumentative. See, the issue, real quick, Kadar, give me the book of 1 Kings 2:2. When King David was about to die, and King Solomon was about to take over the kingdom, David said something to Solomon about being a man. See, these are the things that every father should teach to their son. And most of you guys, and if I offend you, then I definitely mean to, because you need to hear this. Many of you guys, I know most guys that I talk to are not raised by men. It's clear 75 to 80% of people in our nation are raised by a single parent, being a woman. So I know the average guy, 3/4 of the guys that I see, you're raised by a single woman. You'll shoot the breeze and you'll try and talk around it, but it's clearly exhibited in the way that you conduct yourself. You're angry, you're argumentative, you're very bitchy, you have attitude problems, you get angry so quick. You're ready to fight women. Yeah, I mean, you're on the edge, you're edgy. You can't just laugh things off. You don't even know how to properly deal with a woman. You don't know how to deal with her head. She get in her emotions, you get in yours. When she's giving you her little test, it throws you clear off of your center. And then the way that a woman thinks, if you can't handle her, then you can't protect her. Whether she realizes it or not, this is how that typical female thinks. Right. It goes back to survival instincts. If you cannot handle her, then you can't handle whoever's actually going to come at her, and she'll feel insecure, and her level of attraction will drop. And most of you guys don't know this stuff because you didn't have a real man. You did not. I mean, this is just the facts. You did not have a strong masculine. This is why a lot of you guys don't like me, because you don't know how to deal with a real man. Most of the men that you encounter in this world are bitches. That was raised by a single woman like you. You're listening to, and I know it's cutting you. Did you guys know that 80% of the guys in prison was raised by a single woman? It was either 90%. Don't totally quote me on that. It may be higher than 80%. But most of these guys was raised by women. They didn't know how to be men. Men assess things and typically implies logic when he's going to make a decision. But just like females, a lot of these guys just do things emotionally, and your emotions will get you in trouble if you can't contain your emotions. So you got that precept, 1 Kings 2, verse 2.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2, verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and shew thyself a man.
Does it say I go the way, or it says go the way? Because that was King David telling. That was David telling Solomon to go the way in all the earth and be a man.
Come. It says, I go the way of all the earth.
But now, what does your book say? It
says I go the way.
What book is that?
It's the KJV.
Oh no, I thought you had a different Bible. Anyone got a Sefer or a Yahuwah Bible with them?
I can go get them real quick.
I got a KJV and it says, I go the way of all the earth.
Yeah, of course. Both of them just read from a KJV. So yours are going to say the same thing also. That's why I'm trying to get a different version. Because this is David talking. It's not Solomon. So it doesn't make sense to say that. Read the verse before that, Kadar. This is when David was about to die.
Thanks.
So how is he going to go the way in all the earth? This is Solomon. He's talking to Solomon and saying, this is what you need to do to show yourself to be a man.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2, verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die.
See that? So David's about to die. So how is he going to go the way in all the earth? That doesn't even make sense. So he's telling his son, go thy way in all the earth and show thyself to be a man. Go ahead, read.
And he charged Solomon, his son, saying,
see, he's talking to Solomon. That's why it doesn't make sense. They say, I go. They done mistranslated that. Go ahead.
Go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong.
Okay.
Breaking up.
Go ahead.
Be thou strong, therefore, and shew thyself a man.
So he's telling him to stand up and be a man. Why they would put I there doesn't make sense.
It's structured the same way in the Sefer as well.
Yeah, well, that damn Sefer. Thought you might have had the Yahuwah Bible. That Sefer, man, that thing is off. Yeah. All right. From there, someone get Job chapter 38, and let's read verse 3.
The book of Job, chapter 38, verse 3. Gird up thy loins like a man.
Okay, read that again.
Gird up thy loins like a man.
So a girdle is not the thing that the women wear, right? A girdle was something like if I was to take this prayer shawl and put it around my waist, that's a girdle. So when Israelite men was actually about to go to battle, they will gird up their loins. What that means, they would take this garment, like I have on a long garment right here, right? This garment, fringes here. They would take this and they would tuck this in their girdle and their belt so that they could fight and kick and stuff. So this is why he's telling him to gird up thy loins like a man, get ready to fight. That means to tuck your garment inside your girdle and get ready to go to war. Read that again.
The book of Job, chapter 38, verse 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man.
Mm-hmm.
For I will demand of thee, and answer thou me.
See that? So the issue of leadership, this is a frequent issue, man, that I'm seeing in a lot of households. See, if you're a woman who's actually married to a man who doesn't lead in your home, first thing, you got to understand that he's been conditioned by a woman just like yourself. A woman that was single raised him. You complain about how he is, but he's a product of another female, of 3 generations of females raising men to be effeminized, emasculated, bitchy, argumentative. Just like these are all female characteristics. So that's the first thing you got to understand. Then you have society that's trying to emasculate men. So he's been conditioned by you, women like yourself, and by this culture. He's been conditioned to be a conciliatory and not to lead his wife and family. Everybody know what that word means? When I say conciliatory? What about the med school dropout? There's a new word for you if you don't know what that is. Conciliatory. What does that word mean?
It's a new one.
Let me look that one up. That is a new one up.
Only new to you guys, not new to the foul mouth. You mean the college boy with the degree don't know these words that the foul mouth be using? He's a conciliatory.
Intended to placate or pacify.
Yeah, right. That means that the man's been made docile, weak. Yeah. That's heavy, man. Conciliatory. Anyone else got a different definition for that? What does it mean? Matter of fact, look up that other word. Look up the word conciliate. What does it mean to conciliate? That means to overcome, to distrust. To win or gain. So he conforms to what the woman wants. He's a conciliatory. The culture has made him a conciliatory. The woman conciliates him more when he's raised by a single woman. Let's get Job 40, verse 7.
The book of Job, chapter 40, verse 7. Gird up thy loins now like a man. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me.
So there it is again. Again and again, the Most High is using men to tell other men to gird up their loins. That means to make a concession. What concession is being made? Conciliatory. Gird up thy loins to be a man. That means a man should be controlling that household. Someone go, let's get the book of Tobit. 13 verse 14.
Con. The book of Tobit, chapter 13, verse 14. Oh, blessed are they which love thee, for they shall rejoice in thy
Actually, it's
peace.
the other one, 14 and 13.
Come. The book of Tobit, chapter 14, verse 13. Where he became old with honor.
No. It must be Edris, man. Edris. Hold on, man. You know what I'm thinking of? Therefore set that house in order.
Come. The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order.
So the Most High, what is the Most High telling all men? Read that again.
Now therefore set thine house in order.
So a man is supposed to be a leader of that household. You're not a leader if you got to check with your woman to go somewhere. You're working. You got to call her. That ain't no rule, man. That's Simp crap, man. You got to call and check in. You're gonna be a little late. You should just tell her, listen, I'm gonna be a little late. That's it. She calling to check on you. Don't pick up the damn phone. If you pick up the phone, you're nothing but a damn weak beta male. That's it. You better control that damn household. Read that again up.
Now therefore set thine house in order.
Read on.
And reprove the people.
So we're reproving you men tonight. You love it when we you love it when we get on Eve. You can't stand it when your behind get cut. Some of you leave, man. Can't even stay around, boy. Because you so damn, that's how damn effeminate you are. Let me know when you're ready to go so I can get your ass a pair of damn pink Speedos. So you can swim your behind up on out of here, man. Let me know when you're ready to leave. I'll give you that as a gift, a pair of them pink Speedos, man. You deserve that. So this is going on in a lot of families, relationships, people that don't even have families. The man conforms to the woman. And it's not in her nature to respect that. In the beginning, she may like it, but she's going to turn against that because she doesn't feel as though a man that's doing these type of things can protect her. And he can't. He's weak. A mama's boy. Something pop off and he's calling mom. Most of these men, there has been very little or no biblical instruction to these kind of men at all that enables him to lead his wife and his family. I'm gonna tell you straight, man. Most of you damn men, you've been taught to be these women's partners. And a woman is not my equal. No woman is my equal, man. I tell you straight, I am the man. No woman is my equal. No woman. I don't give a damn who doesn't like it because that's what the Most High. Someone give me the precept that Genesis 2:18. No woman is my equal, man. And someone get me the precept that the man is a degree above the woman.
Con. Book of Genesis, Bereshith, chapter 2, verse 18. And Yahuwah Supreme Elohim said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him.
See, she was made for the man. She was made for the man. A help me. Which one of you don't get that? You pretend not to understand it, man. Well, man, we how you some of you men, you can't even congregate because you want to be with your woman. Some of you gotta rush back home, man, because you don't want to hear your woman's mouth, man. You a bitch, man. Because you don't want to hear your woman's mouth, man. The Most High can't use you, man. No matter how much you quote scriptures, the Most High can't use no man like that, man. Because that's contrary to the precepts we're going over. You gotta rush back to get back to your woman. Come and leave the same damn day, man. That's your woman doing that to you, man. You think we don't know that? You're a bird, man. That's a bird, man. That's a whole move right there. Let's get 1 Corinthians 11 and 8. You better control that household, man. Like the Bible says, man. These weak men, man. And I hate that thing, man. I hate that thing. When I see a man cucking out and being on deck, man, I hate that thing. I can't stand to be around a man like that, man. Because in my spirit, I eventually call him out, man.
Con, the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. See that?
See that? But they tell you, well, you came out of my womb. Well, where did you come from? She can't even discern the difference between creation and procreation. Read, King.
Con, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. For this cause, or the woman to have power on her head, because of the angels. Nevertheless,
Read verse 9.
Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
See, that's taking you back to that Lord Yashabim just read. You see that? Eve said, you can't tell me nothing. I've literally heard women say, you're not my father. No, I'm greater than your father. I'm your husband. Now get your ass out of my house. Get up out of here. That's how you got to deal with them. You got to be a real man. That's real man stuff. Society's not going to teach you this, huh?
Nope.
And women will respect that, man. Gotta get her ass in line, man. A lot of these women, they can't look up to you, man. You're not giving them nothing to look up to. You gotta let her know that, listen, man, you could go. You still acting a fool, you raise up out of here. But in order to be able to say, get out of my house, you gotta have a house. How you gonna tell her to get out? Her name's on the lease of the mortgage, but yours isn't. Because you're a bum. To the club, no money, bum. I'm gonna impregnate her. I'm gonna keep her in my life for 8 years. I've seen dudes that think like that again and again.
Facts. I've seen it. Nothing but the truth.
Book of Genesis 2 and 21. Someone grab that. Genesis 2 and 21.
The book of Bereshit, Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. And Yahuwah, the supreme Elohim, caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam. And he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Come. So you see, she's a part of man. She came from the man. So a lot of you men under the sounds of our voices right now, you have to consult with your woman before you make a decision, because you're not the leader of that home. I'm not saying you shouldn't run something by her, but ultimately you have the final decision in that household if you're a man. You have to consult with that woman, man. Otherwise, you're going to have hell. because she doesn't respect you. A lot of you men, you're trained to be sensitive. You're always trying to justify your position when someone catch you out there. Well, I done that. Abba. I did it because of this. You don't have to justify your position to me, man. You don't owe me an apology. Just pointing it out. They're trained to be sensitive. And they're only strong in opinions. Many of you've never taken a mantle of Yahuwah, given leadership seriously, because you don't know how to lead. You don't know how to lead. Now, over this past about 45, almost 50 years, the damn feminist movement has emasculated men. The women's movement. Liberation. You know what that led to? That's led to thousands of homeless women. They thought they could make it alone, but they couldn't. And now they're raising sons. These women that say they didn't need a man, they're raising sons that don't know how to be a man. A son that would never know leadership skills of a man or a father. And daughters who will never see or learn what it means to biblically submit to a godly man. So you got daughters of adultery, man. Most of these women, they don't even know how to keep the house clean, huh? That's so damn combative. That's masculine energy. Got no time for that, man. The worst thing, man. Boy, I told you that Negro's a strange creature, boy. But that N-word woman, boy, that's a whole different thing right there, boy. Well, that's a hell of a thing right there, man. That's a product of high shaitan. I suspect many of you probably agree with me about the things that I'm saying, but some of you will be upset. Some of you hate me right now because you hate yourself. Many of you are upset you hate me right now for these statements that I'm making. But I challenge you to sit back and look at the results of this liberation in our society. All you women that say, you don't lost, woman. You don't even realize it. You're not even intellectualized enough to realize that you've lost. Do you think that it's any coincidence that the number of single-parent homes have skyrocketed since women's liberation, since feminism? Mitchell's son, it's an unhappy chance that more children than ever before are on psychotherapeutic drugs. They're on medication. And the parents are on medication. It's gotten worse and worse since the 1950s. You don't hear anything more about the Victorian era, when women were more like women should be, thinking about their family. Think about the people that's entering the doors of these churches each week. Where are they coming from? They're coming from homes or families of unmarried people. There's no father there. They've seen all kind of different men in and out. And the ones that do get married, they enter into a marriage with very little training. Women don't know how to be wives. Husbands don't know how to be I mean, men don't know how to be husbands. Why? You got that single woman teaching them. I know women don't like this, but it's true. And this creates a deluge, of problems in the marriage. What do you end up? You end up with men who won't lead. He caters to the woman. So I be wanting to smack these dudes, man. The wife is angry. She's angry. She doesn't even know why she's angry. She's angry because this Negro don't know how to lead her. He doesn't know how to lead her. She wants to be led. He doesn't know how to do it.
Con, I see a lot of that. I see a lot of that happening right now.
So they bear the burden. A lot of these women are bearing the burden now of managing the home alone because there's no man. See, the husband views, if they are married, it's not important. See, his views, his only obligation is to be a co-breadwinner. He's made her his equal. She's made him her equal. That's not biblical. It's not biblical. The man has passive entrance when it comes to disciplining the children. Why? Because she'll get in the way. He takes very little interest. I seen some of these damn children, man. I seen how they get down, man. I was talking to you today, Barack Shah. You know what I'm talking about. Kahan, I don't think you should. Man, yeah, that's your opinion, man. I'm going to tell you what I say, man. This is why I say it, man. The children are not disciplined. The man don't know how to discipline because he was raised by women. He's raised by a single woman. Now he don't raise his children like that. No discipline, no order. He's raised them passively. Couldn't do that, Up. My era, it would knock you to the other side of the room.
Facts.
So the cops wouldn't have to. They put the fear of Yahuwah in you, boy.
Real.
See, most of you dudes, you're such damn wimps. You leave most of the things to the woman. She's running that house, man. You know what they told me when I was in military police training up? I was trained to be a military police. When we was trained to respond to domestic violence situations, they told me, when you go to a domestic violence situation, look for the oldest black woman because that's who's in charge of the house.
Damn.
Don't look to, that's what they told us, Don't look for the man, look for the oldest black woman in that house, that's who's going to be in charge. Big mama. That's literally what they told us, That's a damn shame, but it's true. Because he leaves most of the things to his wife, and he doesn't understand that that's not biblical, man. Why is he doing that? Because that's all he knows. He was raised by you, E. 3 fingers pointing right back at you when you get mad with him. You raised him. I'm hit with something. The woman resents this, man. She resents this. But he's a product of a feminist, liberated environment. She resents his unwillingness to step up and be a man. And she considered him to be weak and lazy. You hear the conversation. She said, girl, I'm looking for me a good man. Come on, man. You guys hear it. It's not one of you on this call that haven't, shit. Come in here. You ain't cook nothing for the man? He could cook for himself. Everything turned switched up. Everything switched up. She be on the phone talking to a girl. She seemed happy. When he comes there, her whole attitude changed up and starts acting cold and closed off. I seen it again and again, brother.
Facts.
It's that lazy Negro. And the tension is so thick up, you can eat it with a fork and spoon. And all it takes is for one word to go wrong, and she flips on it. He coming there talking all damn week. So get my damn house clean. I've been working all damn day. You've been sitting here playing that video. Clean this damn house up. Argument breaks out. Then he pulls a Justice Raheem, Yusef Raheem, trying to throw him in bed and have sex with her. That's only gonna work for a certain point, man. That'll work for a little while. And she was like, get off of me. You're raping me. I said, wow, then she get used to it. His words are no more good now, huh? You know why? Because someone else is hitting it then. She don't got a hit. She don't want you doing it anymore, huh? She's something wet dripping down her right leg. You think is that from you turning her on? Nah, she got something before she came in. Yeah. These women don't have a biblical model either. Because most of them don't understand the scriptures. They observe the marriages around them, and their marriage is very similar. They fell. Most women, there's not a woman on this call right now that really doesn't desire, if she's into her femininity, that her husband to take charge of that home in that relationship. He doesn't know how to do it. Then when the woman come over here, a lot of you sisters are like this. You come over here, you get into the truth. You want your husband to get in. Now you have expectations for him that he can't fulfill. Because he's not in this truth. You want him to be able to teach you, he can't teach you. He's not interested. So you begin to have these expectations for him that he cannot meet because he's not equipped to meet him. And by the time that she's heard Kahan Tazadak give these kind of lectures, but she's frustrated as hell with her man. She's already tried to encourage him, man, to take the mantle. This mantle is rightly his to take it in his household. But she's taking it upon herself. And with a lot of these women, we already heard it to the other sister. The one that hasn't been around again. What's her name? Yeah, that's who we forgot to call up. She had said he was coming, but yeah, come on, man. We haven't even heard from him. Tanya. So she trying to encourage him, and it happens like that. She trying to encourage him to be in the truth. I'm going to be in the truth, man. She takes it upon herself to teach him, and the scripture said that the woman shouldn't be teaching the man. Someone give me that. 1 Timothy. Second chapter. The woman should not usurp authority over a man.
The book of Slaki, go ahead.
It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man. But to be
go.
But to be in silence.
See that? So the woman is at home making the decisions that he's supposed to be making decisions about the family. Woman's just frustrated. You can see him at work, man. Walking by and say, damn, why in the hell would someone want to talk to her? Look bitter as hell, huh? Screwface. Change your damn name to Ebenezer Scrooge. Because she's rocking a screw face. The typical Eve, huh? Element. So then the woman, she becomes a driving energy in the home. She's making decisions for the home, for the family. She's the spiritual leader. She's training the children to honor the Most High. He's over there. He's like a damn Homer Simpson. That's a lot of you men are. You're a Homer Simpson type guy. Marge is running everything. You just sitting in the damn corner with a bed. See, there's a part of women that love to see the power. See, some of these women lack when they can rule your weak ass like this. This is Bereshit, the 3rd chapter was talking about. Someone give me Genesis 3 and 15. Watch this. That woman has always had a desire to rule over you, man. And this is why this earth is like it is right now.
The book of Genesis, Bereshith, chapter 3, verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. Thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Okay. So this is why the woman is always willing to step up, because her desire has been to rule the man. See that last part of that verse? That desire shall be unto thy husband. That means she wants to have the power the man has, and he shall rule over you. So this translates into arguments. This leads to arguments and division between that man and that woman, and confusion. It causes the children to be confused. As a result, the marriage ends. That's not the Most High's plan for marriage, for some woman to be leading the man. That places a woman in a position of power. Fact of the matter is, many women love to be led by their husbands in the marriage. Problem is, a lot of you men don't know how to lead. You don't know how to lead. Yeah. A lot of men don't know how to lead that thing, man. Most I hate that thing, man. You're a big overgrown man, a little woman leading you. But get yourself a godly woman. All you women that's been trying to make decisions for your husband, like he's too weak, you're gonna have to stop making decisions, man. Put him back in his place to succeed, to be a ruler of that household. But it's gonna be a heck of a process. He's been dumbed down, man. It's supposed to be Christ-like. Leader, lead that household. Romans 12, verse 2.
The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Can't be conformed to this world, man. supposed to be transformed. What's the renewing of your mind with these precepts, these scriptures? Be transformed. The renewing of your mind. When we conform to this world. 2 Timothy 3:16.
Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahuwah.
So the bottom line is, man, either you can step up and be a man of rule, or that woman has no problem trying to rule over you. Because that's her desire. And once a woman can get control, it won't be long before she leaves you. Her level of attraction is going to drop because that translates to her that he cannot protect me. I yield. I wanted to remind everyone, should I say, to come out to the webinar tomorrow, 12 noon to 6 p.m. The link's in the room. W4 discharge webinar. W4 sandwich, set off, settlement, and close. Discharge. Be sure to be there. The link's in the room. Anyone else have any word that they may add to this lecture? Anyone that want to add any words, speak up now. Come forth.
I've seen examples of this in the home, though. Men who are lackadaisical with their ability to be a man in a household, especially when it comes to, really disciplining children. It just leads to unruly children, like in the future. You sitting there saying, "Oh, do what your mama tell you." That's not. That's telling the children, look to mom for all direction. Look to mom for all any type of advice or anything we need to really seek guidance. That's not how you should lead, and it's going to lead to unruly and really disrespectful children. And I've seen that a lot. It's really, really. I'm talking about 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, just disrespectful as hell. I look at the male figure in the household as really the reason behind that. This was a good lesson tonight, especially that last scripture you just pulled out. All the precepts, all scripture is pertaining to the inspiration of the Most High. So if you want to seek to be a man, want to seek leadership skills, the ability to lead, it's right here in the scriptures. In order to do that, you got to be a man of the Most High. This was a good lesson tonight.
Shabbat shalom, Akim. Nice to be on the call today, on the Shabbat day as well. Just wanted to say that, this is a very powerful lesson today. Everything that all of the stuff that Kahan was talking about, I personally see it a lot in life, and of course I'm just trying to learn and become better, be able to rule my house, my pretty much my household, become the man of the Most High, gird up my loins, and make it happen. This is a very powerful lesson we had today.
I'm definitely in agreement on the Shabbat day. You can never see the picture when you're in the frame. For some of the men that are amongst us, if you don't realize that you're being ruled by a woman, just try to step away for a little bit. Try to go 2 and 3 weeks and avoid the woman and see what happens. Right? You'll realize who's ruling who really fast. That's why I'm grateful upon this mission on this journey that I don't have a woman around right now. Because at one point I had it stacked up every which way, always a woman involved. And I could not be a man of the Most High like that. Because when a woman called, I jumped. Or I made sure to involve the woman in something I was doing. I was never as excited for the Most High like that. Never excited for my brethren like that. Not excited for knowledge. It was, the woman was the biggest excitement. I'm glad I don't have that crutch right now. Now being away from that, I realize how weak and pussyfied it made me. And it'll enable me to be stronger. So when I do entertain a woman again, I'll entertain her as a man correctly. And she won't be having my nose open because of box. It's not happening. And being outside of the picture, I realize how weak and disgusting the picture was now that I'm looking back at it. And for you men who don't realize that that's happening to you, you step out of the picture for a little bit and you'll realize. And if you step out of the picture and the woman you was dealing with ends up dealing with someone else, and then you'll really realize. You see? With that, I yield.
I'm definitely in agreement. Lesson tonight. But the simple fact that I've seen a lot in my lifetime, and I've witnessed a situation to where a man allows or looks to the woman to lead the family and make all the decisions that he's supposed to make, to the point where I've seen situations where the man of the house is present, but the effects of the household and the outcome of the children, the offspring, is as if he was never there. Daughter become living in an alternative lifestyle. Sons don't know how to, basically deal with a woman from a position of power. Other daughters it turns the household upside down, man. Other daughters is young whores. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Literally seen it with my own two eyes. And the outcome of a man not being in his rightful position up under the Most High, up under her Mashiach, it's the destruction of the family, literally. And so, for a man to be, chasing in pursuit of a woman or being lazy, it's not a good look. Because at the end of the day, if you have offspring, what are you showing your daughter? This is the type of man she's going to go pick, the man that you present to her. What are you showing your son? You're giving them an example of what a man should and shouldn't be. When they look at father, they don't see no wrong. They see an example. So, Akim got wise up, gird up them loins like a man. Just a fact. Most High put us in the leadership role. The woman was created for us. We wasn't created for them. So how could you allow a woman to lead you? Or how could you be in pursuit of a woman? Stay on your purpose. We say it all the time. Stay on your purpose. Because you can get with that woman and that attraction level gonna go down. When that attraction level go down, all right, I guess you know. Be singing Drew Hill. Somebody sleeping in my bed. Facts.
It's creating a never-ending cycle. Because when the man isn't there, or he's there and not providing any type of discipline, for instance, like the boy child is going to grow up to be lazy, and that's a really a waste of a life on earth if you're that lazy to want to live off a woman as a man. In my eyes, you really wasting the breath that the Most High put in your flesh, a spirit. So it's creating those type of men that want to feed off women because the mother is grooming them to be lazy, to sit up and play game, and just indulge in wickedness, really. So those are the men that go out and don't know how to handle women. It's creating a never-ending cycle.
Huh.
Never-ending cycle.
It's like, man, a woman could never respect you, man, if you're not providing, if you're not leading. And that's just a fact, man. I'm talking about when I say I literally watched this happen, I watched this happen. Over the years, I'm talking about seeing how a man, he's present, he's there, but he's not there. Because he's there in the sense of being a boy. He's not there as a man. And when you don't present yourself as a man properly, the rest of the family, it just don't work out, man. It's not gonna work. It's literally destroyed. I seen this firsthand, firsthand. I seen it. Seen it, man. It's a product of destruction, man.
For sure.
Product of destruction, offspring lost. Don't know what to do. Come on. Yeah. Can't even deal with the woman. You can't even tell she stepping out on you. This how lost you is. Yeah. Run circles around. You go put your money in buying a woman a car and you ain't got no damn license. Yeah.
Oh,
Seen
no.
it. I done seen it. I'm telling you. Hey, you talking, man. Man.
You mentioned something about her. He just denies it. Deny it. This kind of dude, man. I've seen him again and again and again.
Huh?
So it hit home, man. When it hit home, it hits.
Huh?
Then he want to be around the brothers again, man. I seen it. I remember this guy Keith, boy. But that thing hit hard on him, boy. He ended up trying to have sex with one of the Israelite brothers.
Oh man.
Damn.
He get mad, breaking things up in the brother's store and all of that. And right out in the middle of the street, I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh man, I got
in the middle of the street, lay down. So he was gonna let a car run over him.
Man,
Crazy.
Oh man, I witnessed that firsthand. Dude running down the street trying to get a car to hit him. Every time he get close to a car slow down, he mad. Them people ain't finna hit you, man. You gonna have to wear that one. You can go out there easy, man. Yeah, I witnessed that. Gone crazy, man.
Damn nephew, every time the damn girlfriend coming over, he the one cooking. Man, it disgusts me, man. I'm tired of talking, man. He gonna learn the hard way.
Come.
Yelling out, I'm gonna kill myself. Are you serious? You can't be serious, man. Just take a step back. Take a deep breath.
Serious, man. The guy's name was Marino, man. You want to fight everybody because that chick she trying to push up on other dude. Get mad. Man, in the middle of the street, broke the guy's table in the store.
I'm gonna
kill myself. Laid in the middle of the street. They call the cops on his ass, man. Throw him in a psych ward. They threw him in a psych ward. 30 days in a psych ward.
God.
Force medicated him, man.
Damn.
Yeah. Wasn't so funny anymore, man. Ever since he came out, the dude was never the same.
Damn.
Force medicated him, huh? He was a pretty big dude, too. He used to study MMA with me. A woman drove him out of his damn minds, man. Then, he was saying in the store, oh, man, she ain't gonna leave me. She ain't gonna never leave me because I do things that no other guy would ever do. That boy said he was tossing a salad and everything, huh? And it's not the language he used.
Yeah,
so she could never leave me. That's what he was saying, huh? He didn't understand she kept coming back because nobody else wanted her for a permanent. You know what I mean?
Facts.
She was just a rental car, huh? You ain't no Bugatti. A rental car, huh?
Yeah, she ain't no Avis rental car either.
If that contract expired, it's starting to go. Turn you back, man.
Hey, put the keys in the Dropbox. The keys in the Dropbox. Damn.
That was a pathetic sight, man. And he's in the guy I'm talking about. Remember that video I made about who is Esau? Me and those guys that was in that park talking. Yeah, him. It was one of those guys, man. Not Eliezer, but the other guy, Marina.
Oh, I gotta watch it. I remember that video.
He turned coat on Eliezer. He thought Eliezer wanted, and she was trying to push up on Eliezer. Then she trying to push up on me. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. The dude lost his damn mind, huh? I wasn't there when he ran in the street. They told me he broke the bookstore. He was in a bookstore, broke the table, broke the chair, and ran out in the because she said she didn't want to be with me anymore. I'll kill myself then. Laid in the middle of the street. They called 911. We got a man out here trying to kill himself. Took his ass in, 30 days in a psych ward, force medicated.
Baker egg.
Strapped him down, threw him in a quiet room.
Oh, no. A straight jacket.
Those are the consequences of the game, man.
What's that precept or many that be that run out of their wits?
For a woman.
Yeah.
Come and get first edges. 4 and 26. First edges 4 and 26.
The book of First Esdras, chapter 4, verse 26. Yea, many there be that have run out of the wits for women.
Okay. And become servants for their sex.
Come. Shoo. And become servants for their sakes.
Everything crazy, boy.
Woo. Many. Not one, not two, not few, but many.
That thing crazy, boy.
Wow.
She had him up. She'll never leave me. He said that in front of every, because I do things that no other guy's gonna do to her. Right. What he was saying, he licked, you know what I mean? He licked the Brokeback Mountain and all of that, huh?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Boy, eat corn chips, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said, huh? And he was right, because every time she would break up with him, she would end up back. But he thought that because she really wanted him, she just couldn't keep another permanent guy. And this woman was actually in the Navy, straight harlot, man. In the Navy. Yeah.
Yeah, you got turned up.
Well, that thing must have ripped him apart, boy. Found out she was messing with someone else, man. He gonna kill himself. I said, boy, man, that's wow. Well, that's something, boy. I'm mad with everybody over that woman, man.
Some dude's table, he just snapped in half. He must have blacked out or something once he heard the news.
He's a it wasn't some dude's table. It was a black conscious bookstore. It was in there. Eliezer told me he broke the man's chair and table. And he found out she was cheating on him. Just picked it up and slammed it.
Damn.
And she said, I just don't want to be with you anymore. I said, if you don't want to be with me, I'll just kill myself then. Ran in the street. Lay down, waiting for cars to come. First car that responded to the scene was a police officer, 911. This guy's in cuffs. I bought about 4 of them, man. Took him in cuffs. Threw him in the psych ward, man. 30 days later, he had a 1,000-yard stare that he still has to this day.
Damn, them meds messed him up, man.
Hey, he said they force medicated him. Strapped him down, man. Threw him in the quiet room. Since he wouldn't take it orally, they shot him up with the needles.
Damn.
Yeah.
Siliqua. Thursday. Yo. Put you out your misery, boy. What?
Well, that boy had a 1,000-yard stare that looked like a 2,000-yard stare. He had none back. When he came out.
Man. Like a deer in the headlight.
He looked at weird because the Eve that I was dealing with at the time said, I don't trust you around him. You gotta watch yourself around that guy. Something's not right about him. She didn't even know him. She was saying that.
Damn.
He doesn't look sane. Reno.
Nigga, let it go. Do. Another TKO.
Wow. That's something, boy.
I'm sitting here. Yeah, man.
Man, they ran in the middle of the street out and laid down on the for a woman that had sex with someone else. You ready to take your life.
Yeah. And you know you don't put too much in that situation. Boy.
Big muscular guy too, huh? He was one of those guys that was naturally muscular.
Huh.
And he was from Belize.
Huh.
Yeah, he wasn't even from here. They have no family here, nothing, huh?
Yeah, so he had them put his all into her. He put his all in, yeah. Blowing a whistle and everything. Yeah. Can't do it, boy. You cannot do it. Yeah.
And the harder way.
Do it, boy. Damn.
We're about to give up everything.
You done made a fool out yourself. You running down the street trying to get hit by a car. You done made a fool out yourself. I don't
Not
that.
trying to get hit. He laid down in the middle of the street, trying to get ran over.
Damn.
Trying to get up, get up, get up. A car's coming. Nah, I just died. She said, get up, boy, get up.
Imagine
He
the people.
said, man, what's wrong with you, boy? You want to die? I said, yeah, man, I'm going to give her F. She don't want to be with me. Boy, that boy lost it, huh?
Oh man.
Shalom, Ox.
The owner to the store said, he banned him from the store. He didn't want him in anymore. Banned him. Storing his shit.
I was looking for a scripture to add to this, and I found Sirach, chapter 19, verse 2. Wine and women will make men of understanding fall away, and he that cleaveth to harlots will become impudent.
Was a whining man this time. He was whining. Was a whining man this time, not the woman.
You know what?
Look bad. Look bad.
You know what it remind me of? Ahab. Like most dudes these days remind me of King Ahab. Like you see it in the hospitals. You see it when you see people walking on the streets. You know, you see a woman walking a dog, and she got a big dog, and then you see another dude with a bright colored shirt on, and he walking some tiny little dog. I'm like, yo, this thing is so backwards in the hospital. You know, I'm working in the hospital. Like, I'm like, it's hard to find a straight like dude that's like in his masculine and he talk hard. And for real, they it's like they train you to talk with a soft voice
Yep.
to welcome you. You know, a lot of people just bowing down to what this system is, and you know, there's a lot of men, brothers. I can't really stand that they're really the fault. They don't realize the Most High is really going to judge them before he judges the woman, because Eve might have bit from the apple, she got beguiled, but Adam was the one who took the blame from the beguilement of Eve. So in the end, the man is still going to take the blame, and it's only going to get worse. And that's the worst part. Like I don't see us getting back there ever again, where a masculine man just gonna stand up and talk the way we talking right now. You know, this beast system really gonna shut it down, where they're gonna be like, oh, you either accept us talking like this or not. So we're gonna see who really is Christ-like and who's really gonna stand up and who's gonna run their households. And I can agree with the Ak earlier where he said I've seen it in my household where, you know, if a daughter disagrees with the father and the mother says one thing, father says the next thing. If 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 dad says something and mom disagree, daughter's still gonna go out because she knows she got two things to choose from. You know, but if the woman don't back the man and what he say and stay on that ground, you know, a lot of women have stepped out and been, you know, really messed up by dudes because they stepped out of the bounds that their fathers usually actually raised them to be. I seen it with my own.
Yeah, sometimes a woman will undermine the man. She'll say to the daughter, yeah, I know that you don't want to listen to him. We know that he's off, but we're just going to listen to him just to keep the peace. Like, that's a major insult right there, too.
I seen
She
that.
makes him look stupid. She just made the man look stupid, man.
then the daughter is raised to believe that she do that to her own man, and then the cycle continues to rinse and repeat.
That's a bad way to go. It's like you sowing distrust in that man's judgment. You sowing seeds of distrust. So now when she grows up, she won't take male leadership seriously.
Facts. What was that scripture about the woman is under the man looks to Christ, and Christ looks to the Father?
It's a divine order. 1 Corinthians 11:3. Yeah, it's a divine order. 1 Corinthians 11:3.
Con, it's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahusha, and the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Yahusha is Supreme Allahim Yahuwah.
It's the divine order. Anything to the contrary is not of the Most High.
It's a curse. David Daniel, so you better test it before you brush it. We got that from the Akim, man. We got that from our son. We just told him to say it. Now he act like he invented it.
You said it wrong the first time.
You better bless her. Something serious though.
But you know what this is proof of? It's proof that nobody really, like most of the humankind, they have turned away, the great turn away from the Most High and his laws and his commandments, you know?
Caught up in that that delusion, and it makes the majority of them sit around and complain about something when the answers is to come back to the Most High. But most feel a certain way because they will have to give up those lustful, sinful ways. So they choose to just continue on.
Well, I'm more fearful of going to hell. It's just a moment in time right now.
Eve ain't thinking about no hell.
She want adventure. She want to go be adventurous.
These simp Jakes ain't thinking about no hell either. Most High can't use that kind of man. Saying no effeminate spirit or enter the kingdom. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, I believe. Yeah. Gird up thy loins like a man. Mandatory. You know?
But just like the Ox said earlier, the dude that was all in the streets talking about he did the salad stuff and all of that. I mean, like, where did that get you? You did everything for Eve. You bowed down to kiss her feet. You worshipped her. And you still was in first place.
It's the Most High designed us a certain way to deal with Eve. And the only way that you're gonna, have the rightful position and have the right type of relationship with Eve if you operating in the manner that the Most High created you to operate. Anything is outside of your nature, your correspondence with her ain't gonna be proper.
Okay.
It's just not. It's just not.
It's a fact.
Man is meant to lead, operate from a position of power. If you're not doing that, you better check yourself. It'll never be right. Never be right. I always know that Eve definitely gonna test you to see if you are what you say you are. So again, focus on your purpose. Your mind on them books and off them gals.
That's my granddad used to say to me.
It's only right. Once you go to worrying about Eve and all that, man, listen, you done lost yourself. I'm telling you. How you in position of power, you checking her. She supposed to be trying to get your attention. You give her all your attention.
Giving out that strength into a woman.
Come on.
Give and give and give. You giving her this, you giving her that, you giving all your time, all your energy onto the woman, catering to every single thing she does. Next thing you look, she got her damn foot on your damn back, stepping over you. She desire to rule over you.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Now she wearing your shorts around the house.
You got a dress on.
Oh man.
You walk around the house with a Speedo looking like Michael Phelps. Yeah. You couldn't go to a swim meet.
mean, look what happened. King Solomon, one of the men in the Bible with the most wisdom, and it was a women actually, that was downfall in his old age. You know, he did all the things that the Most High loved, and in the end, he had to give in to every wife. He created altars for them.
Yeah.
Did great evil before the Most High.
Come.
All right, King, I'm about to shut this down.
Come. Come.
The message is received to those that can receive it.
Come.
So,
Thanks for learning. Everybody be safe. Shabbat shalom.